All right, so for nearly 20 years, I know he probably doesn't want to hear me say that, but for nearly 20 years, you've always had an Offspring song in your head because they just know how to write songs. Maybe if you haven't heard of Offspring, maybe you saw this guy in Pauly Shore's Dad. Yeah, he was in that, made a cameo. His name's Dexter Holland. He is a singer. He is the main man of the Offspring. He's on with us right now. Dexter, how you doing, man?
Hey, doing well, thank you.
I mean, seriously, almost 20 years. I mean, at any given time, there was a song on the radio within an hour or 90 minutes.
Radio's been very good to us.
Radio has been very, very good. Well, you know, you guys have that work ethic about you, though. You start as punks. You know, pretty much still punking it up. But, man, when you're punking it back in the early days, there's a lot of stuff that goes on. Do you have a couple stories you want to talk about, maybe from the 80s?
From the 80s? I don't remember the 80s.
Perfect. That's the greatest answer, Dexter.
No, we've always just had a lot of fun doing it. We never thought that things were going to happen for us in terms of the band breaking or anything, but it was always fun to do, and that's what still keeps us going.
You know, I met you years ago. It was prior to 2000, and since the year 2000, I told myself next time I talk to Dexter, I'm going to ask if he really, really gave away $1 million of his own money on MTV.
We did. That was a dumb idea, huh?
Yeah, what the hell, man?
It was kind of, you know, it was fun. It was a good promotion. It was a way to give back to people that were our fans, and it was cool. It was fun to do.
And that lucky fan that won it all, Bernie Madoff. I don't think that worked out so well.
That was like a 14-year-old girl. I think it ruined her life. Then all of a sudden her friends turned against her. You know, some guy went out with her because of her money, and it ended up being a terrible curse for the poor young girl.
You know, they have stories on television about people who win the big lottery winners. Those, for the most part, they always go to hell, man. Did you ever think about following up with that 14-year-old girl? What's she, 24 now, 20?
Yeah. No, we looked for her for a while. We were concerned about her, and I think we somehow did get in touch with her eventually. It was a few years ago now, and things have straightened out for her. She's okay.
We got Dexter Holland, singer of The Offspring, recently having a birthday. Man, you're one of those guys that kind of got screwed over as a kid. It's right near Christmas.
Right near Christmas, yeah. I get the combination present.
What'd you get this year? You probably got something from the wifey and the daughter.
Yeah. I don't know. A couple shirts, you know what I mean? It's not too exciting. My age.
You know, this might sound like a silly question, but you bring up T-shirts here, and your name's Dexter, and they've got this TV show that is quite a success. Have you had a fan that maybe has put your face kind of, you know, into the Dexter scene of the television show?
I'm not aware of that. I don't know. I'm just bummed they stole my name.
Yeah, I know. I would think that would affect you a little bit. I thought maybe a fan would have some fun with that.
There's no TV show called Noodles.
I bet Noodles is working on that.
Hey.
There's a lot of people out there with cameras on them these days. You probably never considered that, did you? You don't seem like kind of band that would let cameras just follow you around for a goofy TV show.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think we're that interesting.
I would imagine a lot of people would beg to differ.
Yeah, maybe.
So let's talk a little bit about your accomplishments. I mean, of course, everybody talks about the fact that you're just an overall really smart guy, but I'm reading you ran a marathon a few years back. You're a licensed airline transport pilot. I mean, is there ever enough for you in your life?
Yeah, I like to do a lot of stuff. I don't know. There's so much out there, you know, so much out there to do. I want to try to do it all.
You know, when it comes to the pilot mentality, and I don't know how many hours you've got up in the air, but when you see a guy like this Sully Sullenberger doing what he did, landing that plane in the river, what's going on in your mind?
He did a great job. You know, I am a pilot, so I'm more interested in the details of, you know, how high was he, how fast was he going, how did he put it down, just like that. But you've seen, you know, everybody's seen the pictures, and I think there's a little bit of video, and it looks like he did it just exactly right. Real textbook case, so good for him.
I tell you, that's 1 in a billion chance of anything like that happening, it seems.
Yeah.
So we got Bruce Dickinson. You guys in talks to start an airline? That'd be great.
Yeah, I've heard that guy does fly. We've never crossed paths, but I hear he's actually really good. Like he does it professionally, I think.
And he's not just doing it, you know, to promote. Obviously, doesn't need to promote Iron Maiden at all, but yeah, he does it professionally, as you say. I would imagine a lot of people probably freaked out when they hear that Bruce is on telling them, you know, certain things.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Dexter Holland from The Offspring with us. We've got a lot to get into. Part 2 coming up in just a bit. Leave it here at 97.9X.